Got some unicorn glitter oil serum from Azure Glam. Gonna use this as my base tonight. Hi, how are we doing? Everybody having a good evening? I actually got some time to get something done tonight, so I figured I'll just go ahead and go live and see what I can get. Right, so we'll go for something matte tonight. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me. I use the color 120, and this is a classic ivory, and this is the matte. I set down some oil for some primer if you guys missed it, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques sponge. Just come in here, and so what I'm trying tonight is, I've seen these blend black challenges, and I'm interested in using a couple of Color Shock shadows that I had gotten recently. I've got this beautiful deep matte black from ColourPop called Roulette, and a couple of other really nice colors from them, including this kind of purpley sparkle called Issa, and another one that's a little bit different. It's a lighter kind of mauve with a sparkle called Whittle. And then my favorite in the bunch is this beautiful, beautiful bright neon pink. And as you can see from that little splotch in there, I already tried to mix it with the black, and I really, really liked the effect. It was really pretty. So I'm gonna try and do a blend out to neon from the black and see if I can do that without it being overbearing. So if anybody caught my live from the other day, I'm using a foundation trick that I learned from Wayne Goss, just to press it in for an extra second so that it'll stay. Today I actually have a wet beauty blender. It's not normal for me. I really like to use mine dry. It's just a personal preference. Okay. And I'm gonna use a different setting spray this time. I'm gonna use my Airspun because it's been a while since I've used it. Did I say setting spray? I meant setting powder. I'll use the spray afterwards. Right now, my favorite setting spray is the Morphe. Now that I look nice and ghosty, let's dust some of this off. Just get a kabuki here real quick. Nice fluffy BH kabuki. Get rid of any excess, and I'll just do my brows real quick. I got took advantage of the sale at Ulta and got a dip brow and a brow wiz. I haven't used the Brow Wiz yet. I used the Dip Brow yesterday for the first time and fell in love. I've been reading about it for so long and I just haven't invested because I felt like it was too much. And when I saw $15, I couldn't say no. And I bought some and I will never not pay that much again. All right, so I've got my ABH number 14 right here. Small stiff brush. What am I using for what? Jenica? Am I using for my foundation or for my setting spray? I'm using my Airspun for my setting spray. I don't use it that often because the perfume gets to me every now and then. I do like the way it looks, but sometimes the little perfume in it can get overwhelming. I'm looking for the cover to my foundation if you guys see me looking over here. I've got a little bit too much on my makeup desk right now. Found it. I accidentally tried to put my foundation into my dip brow. What color for the dip brow? I use chocolate. I only just started using this, so you guys are going to have to give me a grain of salt here. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. It was one swipe yesterday, and I got everything done that I needed. Sorry about that. That's my son in the background. He's 2. Daddy went and got him. Hi, Becky. Bailey, thanks for the question. And ooh, that's a little bit too severe for me. Nah, might be able to work that. It's actually a dress. It's really cute. My only problem is that when I'm in public too much, it tends to show a lot of boob, and I'm like, oh, boob. Now, on that note, my husband likes it. And guys, bear with me, please. I have this little piece of extra skin under this eye. Drives me absolutely crazy. And I have an extra high arch, so I'm constantly trying to get this side perfect and matching to the other side, and it always comes out wonky. Yesterday I did that side first and I didn't have a single problem. Can you imagine? Guess what I'm doing from now on? There we go. That's a little better. And of course I'll clean that up a little bit later. As my friend said earlier, you have to hold your mouth just right. I can hear my husband struggling in the other room with my children. Okay, so you see that? We're gonna go ahead and erase that line right there. Erase. And we're gonna put a new one in. And this one's gonna angle a little bit better. And are we balanced? Nowhere near balanced. Ah! And this is why we try again. I honestly think makeup is a learning process. We are all in various stages of learning, even if we're at expert or newbie. I'm an in-betweener. I know enough to be dangerous, if that makes any sense. I watch all these girls on the internet that take 2 seconds and they have perfect brows, and I'm like, it must be nice. But then I think about all the practice that they probably had getting them, and you know, they probably get their brows waxed and done professionally, and I don't know about anybody else, but I don't have time for that. I got kids, I got a life, I got work. And I can tell you, I've watched like 50 billion brow tutorials. Yeah, I know, I'm gonna get to the concealer part. Let me just fill it in first and the rest will take care of itself, right? And one thing I found out is when I go out in public and I have like really good makeup on, everybody looks at you funny. They're like looking at you like, are you supposed to be here? Why are you wearing that much makeup? Is there an issue here? And then I got the makeup girls like me that are like, oh honey, I love your makeup. And I'm like, thank you. I love you. Like appreciates like, right? Give it out, give it the love. So how many people here are absolutely terrified of wandering into like Sephora or Ulta without any makeup on because they feel like you get judged? Especially in Sephora, man. I walk in without any makeup and they're like, do you belong here? Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you? They're looking at me like I'm Orphan Annie and I'm there to steal something because I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm like, excuse me, bitch. And I don't know what it is, but every time I go into my local Sephora, there's always this one gay guy, and it's only him. Only him. Only he sees the potential. And he's like, hi, what can I help you with? Yeah, every single time I step foot into Sephora, the only one I can go to and like not be treated like I'm there to rip the whole store off is the one, we have one in our JCPenney here. I mean, I must seriously have a sign on my face that says I'm here to steal. And you're too far down. Okay, let's clean it up. The dirtiest eyebrows ever. Seriously though, seriously. I can't even draw them in underneath. I'm gonna get like eyebrow transplants, I swear. You know, the hair club for men, Bosley Hair Club for men. We're gonna do eyebrow hair club for women. Shape tape. I'm using the color Fair Natural, and we're gonna clean this shit up because I'm tired of looking at this mess. Oh my god, what a mess. I'm gonna use one of my Alamar Cosmetics brushes. Now this one behaved today. Good brow. We like you. You did your job. You don't look skanky and all over the place. You actually achieved your goal. You have a beautiful angle. You don't look like a retard. Excuse my language. I know that's not PC for some people. And here's the hard part. Hard cut straight across. So I have a little bit of extra skin right in this area, and it causes so many problems. I still look wonky as F. Sorry guys, I gotta laugh at this. I'm trying to read this comment from Misty. I have not tried the brow powder duo. This is just my first foray into. My face looks caked. Oh well, we'll deal. We can uncake it in a minute. Shit happens. It's life. Move on. How old am I? Old enough to know better. What you're probably seeing is all the flashback from my light. Damn, those brows look horrible. I'm having a bad brow day, girls. I'm seriously just learning how to do my brows. And right now, it's cakey right here. I have an issue with my pores that I'm trying to learn how to fix. Honestly, every single experience that I have with makeup is a learning experience for me. And if I can't be brave enough to be out there and share it with other people who are dealing with the same shit I am, because like I said earlier, we were all here somewhere, okay? I'm not going to argue. You might feel different about my makeup than I do. And how you do your makeup is up to you. How I choose to do my makeup is about me, okay? And yeah, I screw up. I laugh at myself because you know what? Shit happens, like I said. And there's lots of other girls out there, not women like me, but girls who are trying so hard to be the best that they can be. And it's people like that that bring them down. You know, you give that girl a power and she will get up and own this universe. I'm sorry. I have a baby girl and I'm not ever going to tell her that she can't. Because that little girl can. And she needs everybody to tell her that. And the one thing that I'm tired is of people bringing people down. Don't tell her she's pretty. Tell her she's smart. Tell her she's beautiful. Yep, queens lift other queens up. I love that. Okay. My brow fiasco has gotten about as bad as it's going to be right now. And about as good as it's going to be. I'm going to clean that tail up a little. I really hate using Shape Tape. I honestly do. I am more of a go-to for the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is what I just put on, because it matches my foundation almost perfectly. And it still adds that little bit of light. Not just everybody is beautiful, but everybody is beautiful in their own unique way. We don't have to look like everybody else. That's not what God put us on the earth for. Take advantage of your own beauty and push it forward. What makes you beautiful? Do you love your eyes? Do you love your smile? Do you love your goddamn personality? Because honestly, if you ain't got that, nobody wants you. Sorry. I turned into a preach. Oh, I'm terrified of brows. I really am. Honestly, it's the worst feature I have, but you work with what God gave you. Okay, so. Here we go. Because I'm going to do so much fallout with this, because it's the black, I'm gonna just put these guys on here. I do not want any problems. I made a mess last time because I had literally black everywhere. Thank you. I appreciate compliments about my brows. I do work hard on them. All right. So now that I got my diapers on, because that's what these things feel like, I got my eyeshadow diapers. honey, there's no time to put anybody down. I haven't got time for negativity in my life. I got too much going on. All right, so I need a primer. Jesus, these things look awful. Oh, my husband is telling me my son has fallen asleep. This is the Morphe primer. I love this one. It works really well with all different types of shadows. I especially love it for mattes. Today I'm going to put my primer on and then I'm going to blend out just a little. I've got an NYX pencil here. Hey, thank you, Bren. I appreciate it. This is going to be the 601 Black Bean, and because I'm using black and I'm blending outward and up, I'm going to go ahead and just give the front portion of my eye, the lid, a nice little sweep over the black. Now, I do have hooded lids, and if I blink really hard, this is going to hit the upper portion of my eye. So honestly, I'm not going to blink really hard. I'm catching flies again. Tell me if you see my tonsils, guys. My mother always said I was catching flies with my mouth open. Okay, so let's get into the corners a little with this. And we're just gonna spread this a little. I'm gonna get that same concealer brush I was using before, the Alamar concealer brush, and I'm gonna use that to just do, oh, we're still covered in concealer. My bad. Let's try a different brush. I thought that would have been dry by now. You see, hooded eyes. This is the most people I've ever had watching. Thank you for making my night. You guys are awesome. Okay, if you are just joining us and you're a little bit late, I'm going to be doing a blend to black look using ColourPop Cosmetics, the Super Shock Shadows. I picked up during their sale recently. Really beautiful black known as Roulette. Don't be afraid to work with black, girl. Embrace that inner goth. Come on, we all have one. Every single one of us has had those moments we want to go and just be moody and messed up. And if you're not embracing that inner goth, you're missing a part of yourself you really need to explore. I might have to take a moment and go deal with my child, because apparently she has done something she shouldn't. I can hear my husband in the background. Oh, there's a baby. What'd you do, Kai? Ew, that's not good. Okay, so this should give a nice dark base to start this out on. Oh, fudge crackers. The rest of it will blend in. Okay, so the first things first, I'm going to use a my favorite brush. This is a MAC 424. I use the Morphe primer, and then I also use the NYX pencil in Black Bean. It's the 601. That's the cream pencil, just to get a base down, and I blended it out just to pull it back so I can get a darker black. Okay. My son's name is Kaio, K-A-I-O. Okay, so I'm taking just a dab of this. This actually comes out a lot darker when you actually press it in. Catching flies. Yeah, I love it. It's a really pretty black. Gotta hold your mouth just right, you know? And I'm basically going to try and cover that whole area I did with the black. And then I'm going to work up from there. Make sure I get it good and saturated. And you see the crepiness in my eyes. So I have to be really careful. Then I do nice gentle strokes, and I'm packing it in really well. Thank you. I've always had that natural Cupid's bow, and I'm going to tell you that it came with problems. The reason I had such a pretty Cupid's bow is when I was little, I'm gonna gross you out, there was a piece of skin right there on the inside of my lip that kind of was holding it there, so my lips formed into a natural Cupid's bow. And I had that cut when I was in 9th grade. Ooh. Wow, that's really making the green on my eyes pop. Okay. Hi, Bubby. Come here. What you doing? What you doing, babe?
Rabbit.
You playing? What are you playing with?
My Mighty Pup.
Okay, you got to give that to Sissy, please. Go back into the room with Sissy. Lonnie, take his hand and take him with you. Take him all the way back, please.
Hi-yo. Hi-yo. No bike. No. No bike.
Let him, hey, take the bike and go with him. He can play with that.
All right, Kai.
Take the bike for him and bring him with you. Thank you. So we're going to use Morphe 441. Thank you. All the way to the other room. Thank you. Get out of my hair, please. Okay. So I'm going to dip into this other Super Shock shadow. This is going to be Issa, or ISSA, Issa. So gorgeous. Woo. Okay. It's like a dark purple, and it's got a shimmer on it. And I'm using that 441, and I'm going to blend right into the crease of that black, all the way down and around. You guys see how absolutely gorgeous that is? I'm going to switch out my brushes here because I'm not thinking I'm getting enough coverage. I'm going to go to something a little bit smaller and more compact. This is my Luxie 213. It's a slightly slanted shading brush. And I'm going to just get here on the corner. I'm taking it at a little bit of an angle just to bring it out to the edge. And blending it all the way into the corner. Oh, That's so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, right into the line of the black. I'm using this dark color so that it'll transition nicely because we're moving from this to a completely different shade. And I think purple is the perfect transition. Okay. So you guys see my little problem area there? I have to go over it a little bit. And we all have our problem spots and we learn to deal with them. Okay, so I'm not going up any higher than that because I'm planning to blend out right there. And I'm gonna use a very short brush, my 242, MAC 242. Favorite brush, I use it all the time. I swear to God, I should have 10 of these brushes. So just cleaning it off here, I got a little blank slate. And I'm going in for that Color Pop, the Slave to Pink Super Shock. Hallelujah. Okay. This is like the cat's meow right here. I cannot, you'll see. Ha. What do you guys think? Ha. Did I not tell you that was magnificent? Don't worry about that upper part. I'm going back and I'm cleaning that up. Oh my God, I am so in love. I am just in love, I'm telling you. It's like magic when you put it on. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to do any sort of I lied. Only because right at my eyeline, I don't have a tight line, and I hate doing tight lines. I'm gonna just go through and hit it with a little bit of liquid liner. This is just a Wet n Wild graphic marker eyeliner. This is just got a nice pointed wedge on it. It's easy to hit into the corners. I'm gonna blend that, right? Yes, I'm going to blend it. I gotta get a big fluffy brush, but I'm more worried about this right now. Catching flies. Okay, and I'm gonna take a lighter color here. Got stuff on my eyes, my hands here. I'm gonna go into my wet palette by Bretman, and I am going to use a little Luxie blender, the 229 tapered blender, and I'm gonna get this Skinny Legend in there. And I'm just gonna come through and hit the top of this. I kind of like the drama in the edge of this. Okay, I'm going to take a larger brush, my 433, and come in. So not everybody has to have a full transition. I kind of like the dramatic edge. So. Yeah, I really like this color with my eye. So I'm going to add a little bit more to that drama. I'm going to pull that pink that I had, and I'm going to run it right up against my under eye. I'm going to use Morphe 421. This is like a mini MAC 242. It's a teeny tiny version of it. I love the shape of these brushes because they're great to pack on, and they also have a cute little edge that you can pull in. So I'm going to actually take this and put it right up underneath the eye, all the way across. Okay, and I'm going to come in with a small rounded brush. This is from the BoxyCharm Luxie Minis. It's the 111 mini angled flat brush. My battery on my big light just died. Oh well, we continue. And let's turn this one up so you guys don't lose any light. Oh. What do I use to clean the brushes in between? I'm just using a blank slate. This is a BC product. I got it at TJ Maxx. It was super cheap there. Picking up a little bit of that color Isa, and we're going to run it right underneath and kind of blend it out. Remember, with these Super Shock powders, a little goes a long way. Well, I was doing makeup for more dramatic things at a younger age. Not necessarily for going out and makeup tutorials and stuff like that. Get all dressed up and go out and do neon makeup and stuff like that, and it would have to look good, or, you know, you couldn't see it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a contour real quick. I hate having an empty face. I'm gonna use my Cocoa Contour Kit. I'm gonna use the brush in the kit and hit up the deep mocha. Give myself a little contour real quick. Add some drama. I'm gonna use the medium mocha. Come in and do a brow contour. Blend, blend, blend. If you ain't blending, you're not doing makeup. Blend it out. Blend it, blend it, blend it. I really like to get this corner out the back of my jawline because I have a really nice pronounced. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of an exaggerated pink for my blush today. Now that I've got that blended out, I'm going to take the cocoa butter. Cocoa contour. Okay, and for the blush, we're going to do something a little bit more intense. I want to see what I have available, so bear with me for just a second, guys. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay, so Anastasia Beverly Hills blusher in the Pink Passion collection. We have a color called Basically. Want it a little bit brighter. I'm going to come in with a blush brush. This is a very pigmented blusher. It doesn't take much. It will go on heavy. I always come in from the corner and do a big C around my cheek, okay? So you see I'm using a very light stroke. And I'm going to blend that right up into my hairline. And I want all the drama today, okay, girls? If you're going to do an eye look like this, you have to be able to pull it off. And sometimes that means just going with it. And I would do this for like an 80s night club look. Just something fun and different. Just go out and be like, bow. Hi, baby. Because your eyes are definitely going to be the talk of the town. Contour needs to be blended, you think? Yeah, right here. See what you're talking about. I like the angles on that, though. Okay. And I have a moonlighter here. Where are you going? To bed. This is for fun. I lost my top light, so thank you. I can't really tell because it's darker up there now. It was just that one spot. Thanks, Ashley. Okay. All right, so moonlighters. I discovered these people by accident. I'm in love with them now. This is the, oh God. Black Moon Cosmetics Company. Sorry, I had to think really hard. And their highlighters are amazing. You can buy them at Riley Rose, but I would save my money and get like 10 of them online. This one has a kind of eerie green base, and I think it would go perfect with this. I'm using actually a brush that I did get from Black Moon, a nice fluffy kind of angled, and I don't brush with this one. I get better effect if I pat right into the side. And I am of the faction that less is not more with highlighters. I like the glow. I'm going to switch brushes, take a little bit of a Duo Fiber Luxie brush, the 516 powder brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it over my brows and all the good spots. Promoting a single brand? Oh no, I promote many brands, all my favorites. If it works, I'm gonna tell everybody about it. Yeah, I know. I always forget my setting spray. I usually like to wait till the end right before I do my mascara with that too. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully that'll get rid of some of the cakiness they were complaining about earlier. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Okay. I have one of these little Stila glitter and glows. And this is in the color Sea Siren. I'm just going to dab that into the corner here. What did I use on my brows? I used the Anastasia Dip Brow, and tonight's attempt was a failure, unfortunately. So that's only my second time using the Dip Brow. And I came back in and I powder filled with my Milani Brow Fix. I used the bottom shade on that. This one I've had forever. It's all beat up. The auburn shade in that is just completely destroyed. Okay. Hello, sparkles. Okay, that's what I wanted. And now we're going to set. So, this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist is... I didn't know setting sprays could be this good. It's super, super fine, and it's like a little cloud you walk into. And from lipstick tonight, I have a ColourPop. No, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Yes, okay, that'll work. We're gonna go with the Lorac Procreations. This is in the color Wisteria. It is a beautiful magenta purple. Go big or go home, right? Okay. All right, so the reason I use this is to kind of pick up on that purple pink up above. And the setting spray is from Morphe. It's like $10, and it's the continuous setting mist. Yeah, I think they're reaching their time limit. My husband's about ready to go crazy. Okay, so I have the Everlasting Glimmer Veil from Kat Von D in this purple. I'm going to just swipe to the side. You girls like that? Oh gosh, I got purple all over my teeth. Oh gosh. Let's get rid of this. Do not roll teeth back into mouth. Better. Not today. Obviously that big old bump is a precursor to all hell breaking loose, so I think I need to go take care of my house. I will do a little bit of mascara. My husband's already yelled that he's tapping out. He was nice enough to let me come do my makeup tonight without giving me an attitude, so I gotta go help. And this makeup is going to bed. All this work for you guys. I want you to know I had a ton of fun tonight, and I know that a lot of you don't like anything this dramatic, but I like to go out and make a statement, and if I'm going to a club or something at night, I want people to look at me and say, wow. So, have a great night, ladies. Let me take my hair down so you get an idea what this looks like. Oops, showing too much boob. It's kind of witchy, kind of fun. Okay, so someone asked me how old I was earlier, and I'm 40. And I love bold, and I'm not afraid of it. I think that you should rock it if that's what you feel like. So, ladies, you have a wonderful night. I think I'm done with this. Thank you so much for your loving attention and bearing with me. Okay? Bye. Thanks, ladies. Good night.